Well, good morning. Guten Morgen. Buenos dias. You didn't know I was bilingual, did you? I tell you. You never know what's going to come from Luke. Life's like a Luke. You never know what you're going to get. And I'll tell you what now, dadgummit. That's right. Uh, like my Canada shirt that I'm sporting here. Canada, land with 1, 2, 3 A's. Not EH, but literal 3 A's. The letter A. But speaking of Canada, my goodness, I know this is typical of Georgia weather, and Canada can get warmer days, unusually so. But in Georgia, the South, there's an old saying that says, if you want the weather to change, just give it 15 minutes. That's right. And there's truth in that. To an extent, that it can change, pretty rapidly sometimes. But yeah, like right now it's like 60 degrees Fahrenheit. And yes, I specify that because for all my fellow Canadians, I still say Fahrenheit, for the most part, but of course I grew up on Celsius. But the high is supposed to be 75, and I think tomorrow, that being Friday, or Saturday, is supposed to start cooling back down. I think I'm sporting my Canada shirt because I really want it to be more seasonal, more Christmassy, if you will. But I'm certainly not going to suffer, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna sport the short sleeve and be comfortable. And when I was just saying that I'm not going to suffer, I'll tell you, that reminds me of Red Skelton. He was putting some cotton batting in his ears as he's getting ready to sing a song. He said, "I've heard the song myself before, and I personally don't care for it. I'm not going to suffer, I'll tell you that." Which reminds me of one of his skits or sketches. One of different characters that he did was he'd flick out his hair, like that, and he'd go, "Gertrude and Heathcliff, yeah." And man, that was good comedy, good clean comedy, and that's what I strive for. I know there's never going to be a Red Skelton, there's no comparison, but that's the good stuff right there. Of course, there's been many great comedians since Red Skelton and even prior to, but he's one of the best of all time. But speaking of Canada, while we're still on that subject. Jeff Foxworthy actually has a redneck dictionary, and actually has several redneck dictionaries, and one of the words is Canada, and this is how you use it in a sentence. Canada, would you pass me a Canada bug spray? Canada, that's right. Daggone it. That's funny. Another one is aorta. They may move that over there instead of over here. Aorta. That's right. One more. Fascinate. My shirt only had 9 buttons. I'm sorry. I messed up the line already. My shirt had 9 buttons, but I could only fascinate. Fascinate. That's right. Oh, man. Don't you just love it when somebody kills a line like that? It's like, oh. Sometimes it makes it even funnier. So speaking of accents, of impressions, of character voices, which many of you know I like to do. And yesterday in my video about Jimmy Stewart, the late great actor, one of the best of all time, is a group that I was actually introduced to. That was a song in the opening credits of, as a kid, was really, I think I would classify my favorite movie, definitely one of my favorite movies, and that was with John Candy, the late actor John Candy was one of my favorite actors, period, and then another Canadian actor, Dan Aykroyd, and trust me, I don't just like just Canadian actors, okay, I don't have a complex, okay, but the movie was The Great Outdoors, and it was the group from the era, and one of those groups, or the group in question here, is The Coasters. The Coasters. And the song was Yakety Yak, Don't Talk Back. Right? But that's where I was first really introduced to that style of music and that group. And but they also did other songs like Come On Stew Ball or Along Came Jones. And we just love Jadelyn, Whitley, obviously myself. We love to imitate, different voices and so forth. And even just imitating gets us tickled. It's not that, anything, to be ugly about anybody, but we just get tickled. And some things just also can sound funny. If somebody's not really speaking in their natural voice or whatever the case may be. But you know how it is. Just any number of things could get you tickled. By the way, speaking of getting tickled, I find that the most that my wife laughs at me is not always my jokes. If that happens, that's like exceptional if my wife laughs at my jokes. And I'm not throwing my wife under the bus, by the way. We laugh about this in our family. So, and a lot of you men and women, husbands and wives can identify with this. But if I hurt myself, stub my toe, whatever, oh, that's just off the charts funny. That's just, woohoo, baby, that's funny. Can I get a witness again? But no, so there's different parts of the song or the verses of Along Came Jones where the coasters are like, they grabbed her and they tied her up and then that's a great song. But we just get tickled because when he comes in like that, and the fact that the kids, it doesn't take much to make them laugh. Again, they're very much like their mother, that they will laugh at me getting hurt, as well as my jokes. They do it pretty equally, I guess, now that I think of it. And but anyway, so as I said earlier, life's like a Luke. You never know what you're gonna get. And listen, if you're on Facebook with this video, feel free to like, comment, and share. And if you are on my YouTube channel, I welcome you to like, comment, share, and hit that little notification bell that lets you know of makes you aware of new content. Thank you, and hope you have a great day.